Hello guys, I'm Bhargav Verma, and last video we discussed about generative AI and what is generative AI and how generative AI works. Today we will discuss deep dive into the generative AI, and we are going to see an example and applications of that example. The example is ChatGPT. ChatGPT was founded by OpenAI, and it is a language model which gives output based on the input text. So today we are going to discuss about the use cases, all the use cases of the generative AI in ChatGPT. So basically, ChatGPT have many uses, but we're going to focus today in three different ways. And one is educational, and another is coding application, and third one is the general use cases. So first, general use cases, we can use ChatGPT to translate any text or any poem from one language to another language, and another general use case of ChatGPT is we can write product description, for example, on social media blog description, or we can for social media or for something we can use ChatGPT to get some description about that product. So now, when it comes to the coding applications, there is a lot of coding applications that we can do by using ChatGPT as a tool. So in that, first and the most use case of is simple writing code. If you have a problem statement and you just type that problem statement at the in ChatGPT, then the ChatGPT will give a proper right code for that problem statement. And also, after writing, even though if you have any code and you code completion and code debugging and code factoring, which means you can refine the code that you wrote, and you're done with the coding and you want the proper documentation, then also you can post that code into the console, and you will get a proper documentation of the code, and any errors or any debugging, and everything will be taken care by ChatGPT. And also, even if you have some doubt related to specific topics, like if you want to know about oops concepts, you can just simply type explain me about oops concepts, then it will give bunch of sentences with crystal clear explanation. And one of the most important feature in ChatGPT is it not only write the code, it also explains uh, every line of the code, and the how it takes the variables and everything. ChatGPT will explain. And the third use case is for educational purpose. For educational purpose, for teachers or for students, it is very helpful. For teachers, if you want to conduct a quiz, you can just type the topic of the quiz, and you can uh, uh, just tell generate some questions, and it will generate very unique questions, and based on your input. And also, if you want to learn something related to any topic like software engineering, software design, architecture, these subjects, you will find very lengthy terms. You can just type that term in the chart console, and you will get very informative information, and very simple information. And you can also use ChatGPT based on your state of mind and your state of knowledge. If you are 10th class student, based on that you can type for a 10th class student, then it will give more in a easy way to understand. If you are PhD or you are about to graduate, then you can ask for specific kind of the way. You can also decide the way the content produced by the ChatGPT. And like that, you can even if you go further, you can use ChatGPT for search engine optimization techniques, or for content creation, blog writing, or anything you can use. So like this, there is no uh, drawback with the ChatGPT. Any you can ask anything, it will give answer. So thank you friends, and thank you next for this wonderful opportunity.